What is up, everyone? My name is Nakutso and welcome to a walkthrough of Muri. This is going to be the game that I previously did a speed run on, and this time around some things are going to be different. Well, notably, it's not going to be a speed run. It's going to be 100% run on the hardest difficulty for this game. Something that I'm very confident in that, I can actually pull off. So we have 4 episodes: Escape, Open, Rebellion, Son of Mars, and The Inner Struggle. And along with this, we have 4 difficulties: easy, normal, hard, and Muri. Of course, the hardest one is Muri. And the score multiplier actually goes up, so this is ×4. You get a lot more points as we go and trying to see what the heck is happening on the Mars colony. This is kind of where the game starts, and where the game kind of gives you some information about Muri, which is a suit. This suit was actually given to Kojo, the son of the main character that we're playing as. So we're playing actually as the mother, which is something a little bit different. And what all the robots coming at us because of the people on Earth and the people on Mars fearing us, we got to figure out what the heck is happening and why did Mars suddenly disappear. This is where we come out of our pod. Do not take this story seriously. It does not take itself seriously, or at least you would think that. Anyway, we have like a lot of stuff to talk about. At the right, you can see the stage, score, cells, lives, energy, which is your health. We have the rapid. Currently, that is the current ammo that we have. We have a total of 6 different weapons that we can use and we will be using throughout this whole game, as it is a 100% run. We'll be actually seeing every single thing. There are a total of 5 stages, or should I say 4 stages in a boss, so either or. And we also have to worry about our life counter, because there are going to be some times where this gets really challenging. But as long as you take your time with the game, and there's like no time limit or anything like that, you'll actually get through it pretty somewhat easy. I mean, you take more damage and there are no health pickups on Muri difficulty, so that's like one of the things that's pretty difficult about this difficulty, as we try and figure out on the inside of this facility what the heck is going on the inside and also on the outside, as we have these robots that are trying to kill us. We have, of course, different collectibles that we can get, so let's briefly talk about some of these collectibles. Other than the ammo that you can pick up, which translate to your weapon, you have the floppy disk, which I really like, has that old retro DOS feel. You also have the little computer screens that you can pick up. Those are point based. They don't serve any purpose other than getting 100% in the level. They don't serve any other purpose besides that. But if you want to get 100% in every single thing, and of course if you want to fight the secret boss, you don't necessarily have to get everything, but you do have to play on Muri difficulty in order to see like every single thing in this game. The basic enemies, the green ones, well, at least the little green I don't know what you call these, like crawlers, whatever these things are, they take 1 hit if you jump on them. The blue ones take 2, and the red ones will take 5 hits if you try and jump on them. And you'll see me do this a lot actually during the early stages of the game. So about halfway through the game, I'm gonna really be utilizing this, because on Muri difficulty, it doesn't really matter too much on the other difficulties, but on Muri difficulty, it actually matters a little bit in trying to reserve your ammo. At least I found it much easier to get through this game reserving ammo, because some of the later enemies are pretty tough to take out with the little standard guns, like the MKV, which is the spread gun, is what I like to call it. A very nice weapon. It's not really as powerful, but just having that spread, you can hit multiple enemies that are vertical and also like below you as well. So something that's really good, just to have a backup weapon. And just be very careful when you're going through this, because if you take a hit, well, depending on the enemy, of course, depends on how much damage, but you can take a lot of damage quickly in this. So sometimes you want to, just avoid trying to fight some enemies. Sometimes you just trying to, try and kill all the enemies. And also, in order to get 100%, I believe you also have to like take out all the enemies as well. I really never like tested it, but I'm pretty sure besides the collectibles, you have to like literally destroy everything and collect everything within that given stage. And so far I'm doing really good. Hopefully that doesn't jinx myself. I was never able to actually beat this whole game without dying at some certain parts later on, just because some things get pretty ridiculous, naming mostly the bosses, which are one of the harder things to actually go by. But we are on 1-4, and the last thing I didn't really get to talk about is the cells. So each episode has a cell that you can get, and that cell is very useful for fighting the last boss. It makes it extremely easy. You can actually do it if you don't get all the cells, but if you're going for 100%, you'll have to get them anyway. So we'll actually be coming up on a cell very shortly, and cells appear in stages 4 in each episode. So right before the boss, there will be a cell. And you definitely want to take out this enemy in a black suit. And a fun fact, on other difficulties below this, that enemy actually, instead of dropping just points that you collect, it actually gives you an extra life, which is actually pretty good. It's pretty cool. So I'm not going to deal with that guy right now. I'm just going to go up here, because in order to actually get through this, we actually need to destroy this. I don't know, is power cell? Not a power cell. I don't know what you would call that, but you had to destroy that anyway in order to get, further in. So after that, make sure you come to the right. That is actually one of the collectibles that's pretty hard to find early on. And let's see, we can actually probably get them now. And yes, we can. So you see him right there, drops a monitor screen. And the last things that we have to do is go all the way down to the right. That is where you actually get your cell. And over here to the left is where we get our rapid ammo. So that is actually the ammo. I didn't really get to show it off because I still have 20 of the MKV, but the rapid is just like a machine gun based on bullets. It gets really interesting once we get to the bottom 3, as you can see right there. Those are the more interesting weapons, and we're actually going to be coming up on the green weapon, which is the laser. And in order to get the laser this early, you need to get the cell, and cells are really useful. I didn't really get to show that off when I was doing the speed run, but over there is where you can pick up the first weapon, and this is the laser gun. And the laser gun is really interesting, as you can normally, take on enemies, which is stronger if you normally take them on with that big laser, or if you let it go and it actually hits the wall and does a splat and actually breaks up into smaller lasers, which is really useful if you have like multiple enemies on the screen. And on the third boss, it's actually really, really good if you get, really good at it. But that is it for the first episode. Hopefully we can find out what's happening to our daughter that will be coming up on recently, as right here, something is going to be amiss. SOS, 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 random numbers. And that is SC, your daughter. This is a distress call, and that's what really brings up and opens up this into episode 2. You'll find out more about, the Earth being destroyed and our daughter being alive. But with all of that, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was, a rather short episode. The other episodes after this is going to be much longer. But if you did enjoy this episode and want to stay up to date with my content, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. I hope you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.